From the Bob Devaney Sports Center in Lincoln, KOLN KGIN Television presents live coverage of the Nebraska State High School Basketball Tournament. Brought to you in part by your Nebraska BF Goodrich dealers for all your tire and service needs. NC Plus Hybrids and your local NC Plus sales agents. Shopko. Say hello to a goodbye at Shopko. Encounter, your American Cyanamid Agri Center.
Class C1 finals are just about to begin, and with me now is Vic Jacobson, coach of the Gibbon Lady Bears. You lost in the semifinals this year to Fremont Bergan. What kind of a team do you think Fremont Bergan is, and what will they have to do to, I guess, what are their strengths?
Well, they got two great players in Sherry Rump and Sarah Mueller, and the rest of the team is pretty salty. They're going to have a full court game, full court pressure, and get them to run a little bit to pull this one out, I believe.
Now, what was your strategy yesterday in the semifinal game against Fremont Bergan?
Well, we wanted to keep Mueller off the boards, and we lost, and she had 18 rebounds, and that's a good reason as to why.
Now, you also have experience in the championship game last year, being in the finals. Quickly, what does the team need to do to win?
You got to pull everybody into the game. Everybody's got to execute.
Okay, thanks, Coach. Back to you, Dick.
Okay, the battle of unbeaten's about ready to unfold. Gibbon 23-0, Fremont Bergan 25-0, and now let's go to the introductions of the players that you'll be seeing in this game, and PA announcer Ed Kimball.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are the Fremont Bergan Lady Knights. The non-starters are number 10, Kim Moore, 12, Julie Schmitz, 14, Teresa Lear, 22, Amy Schmidt, 32, Chris Shudak, 34, Lori Errett, and 40, Carrie Gibney. And now the starters for the Lady Knights. A 5'7" senior, number 20, Sherry Rump. A 5'5" sophomore, number 24, Cindy Shudak. 5'7" senior, number 30, Kate Wewell. .58" senior, number 42, Barb Anderson. And 6 foot senior, number 44, Sarah Muller. The assistant coach is Jeff DeVries. The head coach of Bergan, Joe Witkevich. Now here are the Gibbon Buffs. The non-starters, number 12, Amy Bleach. 20, Chris Richardson. 24, Jane Beeson. 34, Christy Sell. 40, Athena Sykes. 44, Stephanie Hodge. And 52, Amy Reed. Now here are Gibbon's starters. A 5'7" senior, number 22, Lori Olson. A 6 foot 1/4 inch junior, number 30, Darcy Jurgens. .59 junior, number 32, Dawn Rayburn. 6 foot 1/4 inch junior number 42, Michelle Cush. And 6 foot 1/4 inch sophomore number 50, Ginger Keller. The assistant coaches are Paul Reinertson and Carolyn Teal. The head coach for Gibbon, Larry Bleach.
And we'll be back with the start of this C1 state championship right after this timeout.
Do you know about Shopko's low prices?
Know them? I depend on them.
Great sale prices every week.
Don't you love their low price guarantee?
You know, if you ever see anything advertised for less someplace else,
Just bring the ad to Shopko.
and they'll meet that price.
Guaranteed.
So you don't have to drive all over town.
Because nobody undersells Shopko.
For guaranteed low prices, come to Shopko, because Shopko won't be undersold.
The road to victory is paved with pride, hard work, and dedication. For years, B.F. Goodrich has dedicated itself to creating the very best winning performance tires, the B.F. Goodrich TA radials. B.F. Goodrich has a TA radial that will match your need, whether it be off-road, street performance, or all season. See your B.F. Goodrich team, featuring a complete line of B.F. Goodrich TA radials. These B.F. Goodrich dealers salute the Nebraska high school student athletes.
George Holland, Capital Tire, Lincoln.
I'm Bob Christianci, OK Tire Store, Franklin.
Rootworms are the biggest threat to your corn crop each year, and you need the consistent performance of Counter. Last year, tests by universities in the Corn Belt proved that Counter works best. It prevented economic loss to rootworms in 95% of all tests. The next insecticide prevented economic loss in only 73% of the tests. That's a serious performance gap, and you can't afford a rootworm performance gap. Get Counter at your local Agri-Center dealer.
We're all set for the Class C1 state championship game, and now with a play-by-play, here is Dick Janda.
Sarah Muller, 6 foot senior for Fremont Bergan, jumps against Michelle Cush, 6 foot junior for Gibbon. Gibbon in the white uniforms with blue numbers and blue trim, and Fremont Bergan in the gold uniforms with green and numerals and green and white trim. Gibbon with 4 6-footers on its team, 3 of them in the starting lineup. Darcy Juergens, number 30, Michelle Cush, number 42, and Ginger Keller, number 50. So Gibbon has some height. And to start the game, a foul is called against Fremont Bergan. And the gals to watch again for Bergan, Sarah Muller, 6-foot senior, averaging 14.5 points per game. She scored 37 in the first 2 state tournament games. And Sherry Rump, 5'7" senior, number 21 for Bergan. She averages 16.2 and has scored 35 in the first 2 tournament games. Shot by Ginger Keller is blocked. Another shot again off, and finally Keller puts it up and in for the first 2 points of the game. And Gibbon is on the board, 2-0 with 7:18 to go in the first period. Fremont Bergan, number 1 all year, considered by many one of the very best teams in the state regardless of class, 25-0. And Gibbon, number 2 in the C1 ratings most of the season. They are 23-0. And Bergan turns it over. Gibbon will bring it up.
And Dick, kind of an oddity, Bergan also in their home jerseys, so both teams are in even numbers today. Bergan in the yellow. Let's hope those black and white sets can differentiate the 2 teams.
Lori Olson for the Gibbon Lady Buffs. Inside it goes Michelle Cush, puts it in. And so Sherry Rump will be wearing number 20, not number 21, as I said, and Muller number 44 for Bergan. Rebound goes to the Lady Knights. Kate Wewell. Left base, Sherry Rump. Looking for Muller. Muller out top. University of Nebraska scholarship recruit and early signee back in November. Shot is put up and in by Sherry Rump, and Fremont Bergan is on the board. Make it 4-2 with 6:10 to go in the first period.
Rump has scored over 1,000 points in her career, so both she and Muller can really light it up. Those two are the two to watch for Fremont Bergan.
Lori Olson out top for Gibbon. Dawn Rayburn is her backcourt mate with Darcy Juergens, Michelle Cush, and Ginger Keller, the inside front line for the Lady Buffs. And Darcy Juergens has her shot blocked. Bergan comes up with the basketball. Here comes Sherry Rump. 5'7" senior, averages 16.2 a game. Inside, Sarah Muller. And a foul will be called on Darcy Juergens of Gibbon. .5:35 to go in the first quarter as you take another look at Muller inside, and you're going to see probably a lot of that in this game as Muller will try to go and use her height inside and near the basket. Muller averages 11.5 rebounds a game. She scores at a 14.5 point per game clip. Was one of 5 early scholarship recruits signed by the University of Nebraska. She missed them both. And Michelle Cush with the rebound. And you know, all of these 6-footers for Gibbon are underclassmen. Juergens is a junior. Cush is a junior. Keller is a junior. As it goes inside to Darcy Juergens.
Well, in fact, Lori Olson is the only senior on the entire team. So I have a feeling we're going to hear a little bit more from this Gibbon team, not only this year, but next year.
Athena Sykes is the other 6-footer on the Gibbon team, and she's a sophomore, not one of the starters, however.
They're going right at Muller.
And traveling will be called. Gibbon will retain possession. The coach, Larry Bleach, said that in his coaching years, he'd not had a 6-footer before, and now all of a sudden this year he has 4 of them, and it's reflected probably in their success as they've gone to this point undefeated. They had a 2-point scare in their district final game with Sutton, but Sutton lost by 2 in that one, and Gibbon qualified for state 42-40, I believe it was, in that district final.
Boy, and here at the state tournament, Gibbon has just been dominating people.
Dawn Rayburn, rebound to Keller, and finally Muller pulls it down. Muller is 6th on the state's all-time scoring list, and now a foul is called. Muller scoring over 1,600 points coming into the state tournament.
Well, I tell you, yesterday in the semifinals, Dick, Gibbon took on Bridgeport, another undefeated team, or previously unbeaten. Gibbon beat them 73-29, so this Gibbon team can play. I don't think they're going to have that easy of a time with Fremont today.
That last foul was called on Ginger Keller, and now a turnover. Bergan turns it over, and Gibbon will bring it up. Neil Nannon and Ralph Ribble are our officials in this game, both from Grand Island. Lori Olson can't make it go down, but the rebound now pulled away, and a jump ball will be called. Michelle Cush and Barb Anderson fighting for that rebound, and on the alternating possession, it will be Fremont Bergan's ball. There's timeout on the court. Timeout in the Class C1 State Championship with 4:11 to go in the first quarter, and your score is Gibbon 4 and Fremont Bergan 2.
Find your future. Find yourself at Central Community College. The road to your career in the health and human services field begins at Central Community College. Try our many health-related fields, from practical nursing to healthcare administration, dental programs like laboratory technology or dental hygiene. We also offer courses in home economics, plus much, much more. We'll help you create your future. Central Community College.
The NC Plus bin is full of top-of-the-line bronze sorghums, especially 174. Consistently the biggest yielder in full season test. 174 is a natural, with bred-in resistance to many sorghum diseases. Excellent drought tolerance. Without irrigation, yields are well above average. With irrigation, 174 really turns on. Another top bronze is 272, with many of the same favorable traits.
With NC Plus, I just don't buy seed, I buy results.
Back at the Bob Devaney Sports Center, 4:11 to go first quarter in this C1 showdown of unbeaten. Gibbon and Fremont Bergan, and Gibbon has a 4-2 lead, as there hasn't been much scoring, but these teams don't look as tight really as the start of the first game did. Sherry Rump puts it up, no good. Rebound pulled down by Bergan. There's Muller inside. Nice rake job by Lori Olson to rake it away, but Fremont Bergan comes up with the loose ball.
2-1-2 zone defense by Gibbon, and doing a real good job keeping an eye on Muller.
Rump shot rebounded by Ginger Keller, and now a foul is called on Sherry Rump. Rump playing with a large thigh bandage and thigh pad on her left leg, as well as a brace on her ankle and a bandage on her knee, so that left leg pretty well taped and bandaged up, as you saw a replay of that last foul. 3.5 minutes to go first quarter, 4-2, Gibbon with the lead in the basketball. Lori Olson for the Lady Buffs. Inside to Darcy Juergens, and Ginger Keller now passes it back out to Olson.
Man-to-man defense now for Fremont Bergan. They were in a zone earlier.
Keller. The basket will not count. Traveling is called before the shot. No basket, traveling. Gibbon turns it over, and Fremont Bergan will bring it up. Still 4-2.
That's just the first turnover of the game for Gibbon. So the Lady Buffs playing very good basketball right now.
The second of 6 state high school girls championship games that we'll be televising today. Class D2 follows this one. Sherry Rump is open. And the rebound comes down to Keller. Keller has been a force inside. She's been controlling the boards and playing well defensively underneath. 6-foot sophomore. Ginger Keller, only a 10th grader, but Cindy Shudak steals it away for the Bergan Knights. And the rebound to Olson.
Got to go to the side of that basket when you get a layup. You try to go straight in over the top, and unless you can dunk the ball or put it right over the rim, it's really a lot easier to go in from the side.
Keller with the basketball. Partially blocked by Muller, but a foul will be called on Muller.
That's her second, and I'm sure that Coach Larry Bleach likes to see that. He wants his girls attacking inside, and Sarah's going to have to kind of take it easy a little bit in there. I'm sure that Coach Joe Wickiewicz is a little bit concerned about that.
And into the ball game for Fremont Bergan is Amy Schmidt, a 5'7" junior, and Muller goes out. So with 2 fouls, Sarah Muller goes to the Fremont Bergan bench.
Nothing but net on the first one for Ginger.
She has 3 points now, and Gibbon has 5. It's 5-2 with 2:16 to go in the first period. Make it 4 for Keller and 6 for the Gibbon Lady Buffs. Cindy Shudak brings it up for the Fremont Bergan Knights. 25-0, number 1 all year long. Considered by many one of the very best in the state regardless of class.
See what kind of offense Bergan runs now with Muller out of there.
Shot no good by Cindy Shudak, and the rebound to Gibbon. Lori Olson for the Gibbon Lady Buffs. Darcy Juergens has it almost stolen away, and now Olson retains possession. Darcy Juergens, rebound to Cush. A drive into the lane and a foul. Nice drive by Dawn Rayburn for Gibbon. She'll go to the free throw line for 2 shots. Take another look at that last foul. As you see her fouled there in the act of shooting. Now Sarah Muller comes back into the game for Bergan. Also in for Bergan is Kim Moore, a 5'5" sophomore. Barb Anderson goes out. And Shudak also goes out for Bergan. Dawn Rayburn at the line for Gibbon. That last foul was called on Shudak, her first. Bergan now has 4 team fouls, so on the next Bergan foul, Gibbon will go into the 1-and-1 bonus situation. 1:25 to go here first quarter. Rayburn with her first point of the game, and it's 7-2, Gibbon by 5. Sarah Muller back in the game. Puts it, can't put it up and in. And the rebound comes down to Michelle Cush of Gibbon.
Not letting Muller get inside very well. She's having to take those turnaround, about 7-footers, and it's good defense by Gibbon.
Less than a minute now to go in the first quarter. Class C1 State Girls Championship. Gibbon and Bergan, the showdown of unbeatens and top 2 rated teams in the class.
Well, we had the same situation in the Class C2 game, and we saw an upset there. So maybe we can see another one today here.
Rebound pulled down by Kate Wewell. Number 3 Oxford defeated number 1 East Butler in the C2 title game 53-45. And turnover traveling will be called on Bergan's Amy Schmidt. 27 seconds now to go first period. Let's see if Gibbon plays for one last shot. 7-2, Gibbon leading by 5. Ginger Keller, the big gal inside. 9 seconds now. Time growing short. Here goes Juergens. Partially blocked away by Muller, and a foul. A foul is called on Michelle Cush with 1 second to go.
Only the 3rd team foul, though, so not a bonus situation.
Coaches hate to see those fouls happen with just that scant bit of time left. 1 second is all that's left, and Fremont Bergan will have to bring it up. That was the 2nd foul on Michelle Cush. And that's the end of the first quarter. The end of the first quarter in the Class C1 State Girls Championship, and your score from the Bob Devaney Sports Center is Gibbon 7 and Fremont Bergan 2.
For your farm, your family, your piece of America, and everything you're working for, AgriCenter means more.
Get more protection for your corn crop. Go in furrow with Counter. In furrow, put all of your protection to work. In the soil, where it's needed most.
AgriCenter means more.
See us for Counter, your local AgriCenter dealer.
You'll appreciate Shopko's no-hassle return policy if you ever change your mind about a purchase. No matter what the item is, and more importantly, no matter what the reason, it's always easy to take something back to Shopko. No questions asked. Shopko will exchange your purchase or give you a refund, because Shopko isn't satisfied until you are. That's one more service Shopko has for your family.
Say hello to a goodbye at Shopko.
Back at the Devaney Sports Center, the C1 Girls State Championship, with the second quarter about to go, and Gibbon leading 7-2. You know, we've talked a lot about Sarah Muller. She transferred from Scribner, now Scribner-Snyder. For her senior season, she transferred from Scribner to Fremont Bergan. And Gibbon also has a gal that just moved there, Michelle Cush, their 6-foot junior starting forward. An all-stater at Grant last season. So both of these teams benefiting from transfers from other schools this year.
Some early Christmas presents.
Gibbon gets it to go down. Michelle Cush makes it from the left base. And it's 9-2, biggest lead of the game. Bergan is cold here in the early going.
Boy, Michelle really has a nice jump shot, too, on that.
Stolen away. Turnover for Bergan, and a nice defensive job by Darcy Juergens, and now she travels with it and turns it right back.
Well, I tell you, Dick, this is very odd for Fremont Bergan to only have scored 2 points. They average 70 points a game, so the Lady Knights, they can really score.
But it really jumps at you when you look at Gibbon's defensive average. Gibbon has been giving up only 28 points a game coming into the tournament, so the defense has something to do with it, perhaps. Rump scores for Bergan. First 2 points of the second quarter for the Knights. Rump has all 4 Bergan points, and Gibbon will retain possession in backcourt, right in front of its own bench, and Coach Larry Bleach. Larry, also a basketball referee. We've seen him officiate many state tournament games throughout the years.
And I'm sure he never gives the referees problems here now that he's a girls coach.
Inside it goes to Ginger Keller. And Muller with the rebound. Muller, very tough inside. She's 6 foot tall and has good size and very strong underneath.
Well, when the ball comes off the board, she wants it to her. Boy.
Nice pass by Sherry Rump.
That sure was.
Sarah Muller, and the first 2 points of the game for Muller. Look for that combination to start heating up now for Bergan. It's 9-6, 6:27 to go first half. Gibbon bringing it across the timeline. Lori Olson out front. Rayburn and Olson playing catch now into Keller. And it's up and in for Darcy Durgan.
They took it right at Muller that time, and she has to be careful.
Muller with 2 fouls, 2 very early fouls in the game. Here's Rump. Knocked away, and a foul will be called on Gibbon's Dawn Rayburn. Just a common foul, as Bergan is not yet into the 1-and-1, so Gibbon will retain possession, or I should say Bergan will retain possession under its own basket.
Checking back in now is Cindy Shudak. She comes in, and going back to the bench is Julie Schmitz, rather.
Here's another look at that last foul. Bergan with the basketball as we come back live. And another foul.
Darcy Jurgens again.
First foul by 3, Darcy Jurgens.
You know, I just realized something, Jeff. I think Joe Witkevich, I've been struggling this entire game to figure out where I've seen him before. He also officiates games, so he should know something about what's going on with the refereeing of games. He and Larry Bleach also, both referees as well as coaches.
And good friends, too. They talked quite a bit before today's game.
The free throw good for Cindy Shudak, her first point of the game. And there's timeout on the court with 5:47 to go in the first half in your C1 state championship, and the score is Gibbon 11 and Fremont Bergan 7.
The State High School Basketball Tournament brings with it a rich tradition, teamwork, durability, and excellence. For years, the B.F. Goodrich team has proven their excellence with a complete line of B.F. Goodrich TA radios. The B.F. Goodrich lineup includes the stylish high-performance Radial TA, the durable off-road all-terrain radio, and the tough, dependable all-season TA radios. These Nebraska B.F. Goodrich dealers salute the Nebraska high school student-athletes.
Scala's OK Tire Crete, Larry's OK Tire Tecumseh, and Maxwell's Off-Road Center North Platte.
When you've got a big job to do, you're ready to move up to the limousine of lawn tractors, Snapper, with a high-back system and smooth on-the-go shifting with disc drive. With Snapper riding mowers, you'll discover rugged dependability and innovative features. It's no wonder Snapper's rear-engine riders are America's #1 choice.
Mahoney Sales and Service, Columbus and St. Edward, Morehoff Power Equipment, Lincoln, and Stromer's Repair, Hastings.
Back at the Bob Devaney Sports Center, 5:47 to go in the first half, and Gibbon is leading by 4 points. Gibbon has led by as many as 7. They jumped out to a 9-2 lead to start the game, and now Bergan has pulled back within 4. It was 7-2 at the quarter. Gibbon with the basketball, bringing it up against early pressure by Bergan, and now they tighten it up a little bit as they near half court. Gibbon breaks the press, though. Juergens. Ginger Keller. Stolen away by Sherry Rump. Nice defensive work by Rump. Sherry Rump. 6 points for Rump, and it's an 11-9 game now. Just a 2-point advantage for Gibbon, and Bergan steals it back. Amy Schmidt with the steal, and now Rump with the basketball and a chance perhaps to tie it. The rebound to Muller, and it's tied.
Nice job by Sarah that time, powering it up.
11-11 with 4:56 to go first half. The first tie of the game. Across the timeline it comes to Dawn Rayburn. Gibbon in white, Bergan in gold. Nothing but net for Darcy Juergens. 4 points for Juergens, and it's 13-11. Gibbon by 2. 4:29 to go first half. Sherry Rump to Muller, and Muller puts it in for her 5th and 6th points of the night, or of the afternoon, I should say. And it's 13-13.
I tell you, the fans want some fouls, but I really like to see this. You've got two really good basketball teams, and I really like to see it that the referees are letting them play. They're letting some of the incidental contact go, because so many times you get two really good teams like that, the referees can control the game, but these two are letting them play.
Into the game for Bergan is Barb Anderson. Also in, Teresa Lear for the Knights, and there's another look at that last foul. Teresa Lear into the game for the first time as a 5'5" junior. Anderson, a 5'8" senior, was one of the starters for the Knights. Lori Olson at the line for Gibbon. Her first point of the game, and it's 14-13. Gibbon by 1. Both teams now in the 1-and-1 bonus situation for the rest of the first half. Olson is the only senior on the entire Gibbon squad. She now has 2 points, and it's 15-13. Sherry Rump bringing it up for the Bergan Knights.
They just kind of let her go to work out on that point.
And a foul on the rebound. It will go against Barb Anderson of Fremont Bergan, and will go to the other end for Gibbon free throws.
It's a good way to work it against the zone. If you can get some penetration from that point guard, you can really create things against the zone, and that's kind of what they're letting Sherry Rump do, is just, they say, spread it out and let her go, and then when she gets inside, Muller and some of the other players cut to a back door, and she doesn't have a shot, she'll pass it off.
1-and-1 for Ginger Keller. And the rebound to Rump for Bergan. That was the first foul, by the way, on Barb Anderson of Fremont Bergan. Cindy Shudak missing everything, and Gibbon with the ball. Here comes Lori Olson. Gibbon with the basketball and the lead by 2, 15-13. C1 state championship, if you're just joining us. Earlier today in Class C2, Oxford defeated East Butler 53-45 to win that title.
Boy, Darcy Juergens, she really has a nice shooting touch, has 6 points all in the second quarter here.
17-13. Gibbon back up by 4, and Sherry Rump with a nice drive.
She has 8, just let her create things, and she's doing a good job of it.
She can really handle that ball out front, and what a 1-2 punch that is for Bergan, with a ball handler like Rump out front, and then the size and strength inside of Muller. Keller.
She'll hit it.
Juergens in and out, and the rebound to Barb Anderson. Here come the Bergan Knights, down by 2. It's been tied twice so far. Chance to tie it up again here. Go ahead with a 3-pointer. Rump misses. Rebound to Juergens.
One thing I think a lot of coaches would like to see maybe is to see Sherry pass the ball a time or two sometimes you always hate to just come down and make no passes and have a person shoot the ball. The rest of the team doesn't get involved.
Muller blocks the shot by Keller, and it will be Gibbon's ball.
Sarah's going to have to be a little bit careful, though.
She does have 2 fouls. There's timeout on the court. Timeout with 2:09 to go in the second period of play in the C1 State Girls Championship, and your score is Gibbon 17, Fremont Bergan 15.
You get that good feeling knowing everything's right when planting NC Plus 172 and 165. 2 premier bronze sorghums. They're the mainstay for many sorghum growers. Both are strong from start to finish, with good standability and semi-open heads that harvest exceptionally well. They're established leaders in this maturity. Feel good about selecting 172 and 165. They have the potential for field performance and profitable yields.
With NC Plus, I just don't buy seed, I buy results.
Do you know about Shopko's low prices?
Know them? I depend on them.
Great sale prices every week.
Don't you love their low price guarantee?
You know, if you ever see anything advertised for less someplace else,
just bring the ad to Shopko.
And they'll meet that price.
Guaranteed.
So you don't have to drive all over town.
Because nobody undersells Shopko.
For guaranteed low prices, come to Shopko, because Shopko won't be undersold.
There you see Sherry Rump. She has 8 points to lead Fremont Bergan, and Bergan has come storming back in this ball game, trailed by as many as 7, but now it's only a 2-point deficit. Gibbon leading 17-15 with 2:09 left in the second quarter, Dick.
Gibbon will have the basketball. Lori Olson out front, the only senior on the team. Dawn Rayburn back to Olson, and Olson swishes it through. She now has 4 points, and it's 17, make that 19-15.
Only averages 4 points a game, does Lori Olson, but she already has 4 in this one. It looks like she wants to lead this team here in the state final.
Shot up and in.
Kate Wewell, nice turnaround move.
Bergan's Kate Wewell with her first 2 points, and it's 19-17. Ginger Keller. Shot blocked, but a foul will be called.
I think from behind. I don't think it'll go against Muller.
Cindy Shudak with a guilty look on her face. No, they're calling it on Sherry Rump. That's the 3rd foul on Rump, and so she'll go to the bench with 1:28 to go here in the half. And Julie Schmitz will come back in. I think I was calling Schmitz, was confusing Schmitz and Kim Moore earlier, but this is Schmitz back in there. And so Rump goes to the bench with those 3 personal fouls. Rayburn at the line for Gibbon. She has 2 points now, and Gibbon is up 20-17. Rump leading Bergan with 8 points. Muller has 6. More balance in the Gibbon scoring. That's 3 for Rayburn now. Darcy Juergens with 6, Michelle Cush and Ginger Keller, and Lori Olson with 4 each.
Darcy Juergens, I think that might be her 3rd foul. Nope, just the 2nd. Gibbon 7 of 9 from the free throw line, so the Buffs doing a good job from that charity stripe.
Take another look at that last foul as Shudak goes to the line for 1 and 1. It's a little bit too much aggressiveness there, and Shudak makes the first free throw. She'll get the bonus.
Kind of a touch foul there, and maybe a little bit surprised it was called since the officials have been letting the touch fouls go.
She makes them both. And it's 21-19, Gibbon with the 2-point lead as Amy Schmidt comes back into the game for Bergan, and Barb Anderson goes out. 1:26 to go here in the half. We're planning to talk with Nebraska men's swimming coach Cal Bentz at halftime as the Big 8 Swimming and Diving Championships are going on right next door here at the Sports Center pool. Traveling called on Dawn Rayburn. Gibbon turns it over. And with 1:15 to go in the half, Bergan with a shot to tie it up again here. Sherry Rump on the bench with 3 fouls for the Knights. They're looking for Muller underneath. Can't find her. Wewell, and it's stolen away, blocked and stolen away. And a foul will be called on Wewell. One of those retaliation type things. Once you have your shot blocked and then you come back and make the foul, they'll go to the Gibbon end for free throws by Ginger Keller. Exactly 1 minute. 1 minute to go in the first half with Gibbon leading Fremont Bergan by 2 points. Keller has 4 points so far today. She has none, however, yet in the second quarter. And the rebound comes down to Shudak for Bergan. The Knights again with the chance to tie it. It's 21-19, Gibbon leading by 2. Wewell, Muller. Muller doesn't draw iron, and the rebound comes down to Bergan. 39 seconds to go now before halftime. Wewell, rebound to Gibbon. Lori Olson up court to Dawn Rayburn. And Gibbon will play for 1 shot. Coach Larry Bleach says run the clock and play for 1. 19 seconds now to go before halftime. 21-19, Gibbon by 2. Playing for a last shot of the half here perhaps. Rayburn. Almost stolen away. Now Rayburn gets away. That's her third, Sarah Muller. She's fouled by Muller with 4 seconds to go before halftime. So now Muller and Rump both with 4 fouls. Stephanie Hodge will come into the game for Gibbon here. And Michelle Cush will go out. It'll be Dawn Rayburn at the line for 2 shots. 4 seconds to go. Gibbon leading by 2. She'll get another one as she was act in the act, as they say. And Bergan with the rebound. 3 seconds to Muller. It would have counted, but it's way short, and that's the end of the first half. Gibbon with a 21-19 lead by just 2 points here at the intermission. Gibbon leading. Going to bring Larry Bleach, the Gibbon coach, over here before we break away, as Fremont Bergan being led by Sherry Rump with 8, Sarah Muller with 6, Cindy Shudak with 3, and Kate Wewell with 2 points to account for the Bergan 19. For Gibbon, 6 for Darcy Juergens, 4 for Lori Olson, 4 for Michelle Cush, 4 for Ginger Keller, and 3 for Dawn Rayburn to account for their 21. It was 7-2 at the quarter. Gibbon leading by 5. They led by as many as 7, starting out with a 9-2 lead. And now here at halftime, it's Gibbon 21 and Fremont Bergan 19. Brad Penner is standing by, as he has Coach Larry Bleach, the Gibbon coach. We'll be going to him in just a second here. Let's go to Brad.
With it, Coach Larry Bleach here, and Coach Bleach, you've got a 2-point lead at halftime. Were you happy with the way things went in the first half?
No, I wasn't very happy. We missed a lot of inside shots, probably 7 or 8 of them. We should have a good-sized lead, and we're only up 2, but I was really pleased with our defense. Fremont Bergan's really frustrated, and that's the kind of defense we played all year. So if we keep playing good defense and we can get some shots to fall here, we're going to be in great shape, and we might pull a major upset here.
Are you surprised at being ahead at halftime?
No, we've got a great team, and I know Fremont Bergan thinks they're the best in the whole state, and they probably are, but our girls are fighters, and we'll be there at the end, I hope.
Okay, thanks, Coach. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Back to you, Dick.
Okay, Brad, we'll be back with more here at halftime. There's the story, Gibbon 21, Fremont Bergan 19, and we'll be back with more after this timeout.
Find your future. Find yourself at Central Community College. If a career in industry is for you, let Central Community College help you get the skills and training you need. Our trade and industry courses range from electronics technology to drafting to construction techniques. Our wide variety of courses will help you acquire the technical skills you'll need in today's marketplace. Central Community College can help you create your future. Give us a call.
The road to victory is paved with pride, hard work, and dedication. For years, B.F. Goodrich has dedicated itself to creating the very best winning performance tires, the B.F. Goodrich TA radials. B.F. Goodrich has a TA radial that'll match your need, whether it be off-road, street performance, or all season. See your B.F. Goodrich team, featuring a complete line of B.F. Goodrich TA radials. These B.F. Goodrich dealers salute the Nebraska high school student athletes.
Rich Schneider, Schneider OK Tire, Auburn.
I'm Don Davis, Davis OK Tire, Aurora.
For your farm, your family, your piece of America, and everything you're working for, AgriCenter means more.
Control more pests that attack your corn with Counter. Counter consistently controls more major corn pests than any other corn soil insecticide.
AgriCenter means more.
See us for Counter, your local AgriCenter dealer.
Back at the Bob Devaney Sports Center, it's halftime of the C1 Girls State Championship game with Gibbon leading Fremont Bergan 21-19. Going on right next door here at the Bob Devaney Sports Center is the Big 8 Swimming and Diving Championships these last 2 or 3 days. It concludes today as they're into preliminaries now this morning, and the men's Nebraska swim coach, Cal Bentz, has been kind enough to move over from the pool to be with us here at halftime, and Brad Pinner is standing by now with Coach Bentz.
Well, Coach, you built up a pretty good lead in the first couple of days of the swim meet. How are things going for you today?
Well, they seem to be going very well after the prelims, but we'd like to build up an even bigger lead.
How far ahead are you right now?
Well, I think beginning the day, before any scoring, we're 53 points up.
Kansas is the second place challenger right now, but doesn't look too good for them.
Well, they're swimming very well. I've got a lot of respect for the Kansas kids, and their coaching staff is excellent. So we know that it's going to be a really tough fight right down to the wire.
Let's take a look at some of the highlights from earlier parts of the Big 8 meet. Some of these taped highlights were shot yesterday, I believe. Let's take a look first at Mike Irvin for the men's swim team. Mike's been one of your best swimmers this year.
Right. Mike is one of the top swimmers in the country. There's no question about that, and certainly a great IM swimmer, and he's going to just do a great job, we're sure, at the Nationals in 5 weeks.
Another one of your best swimmers this year has been Peter Williams. What are Peter's main events and what are his strengths?
Well, Peter is a freestyler, sprint freestyler, and has registered a time that is 5th in the world in the 50-meter freestyle, and he swims the 100-meter freestyle long course, and he also a 1,500-yard freestyle for us here at the university.
Now, a lot of people are saying this is your best team ever here at Nebraska. Do you think this is your strongest team?
There's no question this is the best team that I've had an opportunity to coach. We've got a great coaching staff. We've got a lot of talent among our kids and a real determined effort, and we feel we're just going to have a great year.
Now, you're going, of course, this year for your 9th straight Big 8 title. Is it hard to keep the team motivated year after year?
Different team every year, just like playing ball games. You know, you go one at a time, and that's the only way you can approach it. You can't look at it in terms of the number of years and the number of meets that you've won. Each meet has to be, swum separately.
Now, what are some of the things, I guess, that you think the team needs to work on in preparing for the NCAAs?
Well, we'll have to do a great deal more refining and technique work and still a lot of hard work because we've got 5 weeks. We have to keep everybody in good condition and then just work on a lot of specific race kinds of things that are going to, put us in good stead.
Again, looking ahead a little bit towards the NCAA meet, what do you think the chances are for Nebraska? Where do you think Nebraska might finish?
Well, I can't really speculate on that. We've set our minds that we feel we can be in the top 10. And I'll take any improvement over what we finished last year, which was 19th. But we're looking at the top 10, and if everything goes well, we feel we can be there.
Who are some of the individuals on your team that you think will be the strongest?
Well, Ed Jowdy and Sean Frampton and Rick Abacos and Dan Nowinski and Mike Irvin and Jaco Kruger and Peter Williams and Alan Hobbs and of course the divers, Lewis Myers, Lawrence Roddick. I could go on and on. It's just a great group of kids.
Thanks a lot, and good luck to you the rest of the championships and in the NCAAs. Back to you, Jake.
Okay, and our thanks to Cal Bentz for coming over from the swim meet, and we'll be back with more from the Class C1 Girls State Championship, in which Gibbon leads right now. It's Gibbon 21, Fremont Bergan 19 here at the halftime. We'll be back with more after this timeout.
Come on into Coast to Coast.
There's nothing like the feeling of somebody coming in with a terrible problem and leaving with a big smile.
Save during our total hardware sale on durable brushed pigskin leather gloves by Wells Lamont. Tan for roughness and pliability, only $4.99. And save on handy great neck wrench sets. Drop boards for strength. Set of 2 adjustable or pipe wrenches, your choice, only $8.99 at your local Coast to Coast hardware store.
Superstore.
Gas and Shop has a great idea for people on the go.
Superstore.
A 32-ounce thermal bottle filled with our delicious coffee or your favorite beverage for only $2.99. Refills are just 99 cents. This 1-quart container is perfect for keeping foods or beverages hot or cold all day. Only $2.99 for this refillable thermal bottle at all participating locations. Gas and Shop, the convenience store with you in mind.
Superstore.
At Concordia College, you're more than a student. You're part of the family. Call 1-800-446-7556. Concordia College, Nebraska.
There you see our halftime statistics. Very even in this ball game, and the score is very even as well. Gibbon leads at 29-19. Now standing by courtside is Brad Penner with the Fremont Bergan coach, Joe Witkiewicz. Let's go over to Brad.
Well, Coach, you're down by 2 points here at halftime. That's got to be a little bit disappointing. What'd you tell your team in the locker room?
Well, after the way we played in the first quarter, we're excited to be down by 2. We were 1 for 10 from the field, really didn't move very well. Gibbon's real strong. We just have to, I think, move a little bit better on offense, and we got to get a little tougher on defense, which is your basic things. Fouls have hurt us a little bit, I guess, but I'm real pleased, actually, after the way we played the first half. We're in great shape, I think.
Now, you've been favored in this game, favored really throughout much of the season to win this tournament. Do you think that's put a little much pressure on your girls?
I don't think they think about that. These guys have been so good. We just do one game at a time, and we work our way step by step. And I don't think that's on their mind. I think you're pressured because you're at the state finals. But, you know, Gibbon's in the same situation. We're both having to play under pressure.
Okay, thanks a lot, Coach. Good luck to you in the second half. Back to you, Dick.
Okay, and we'll be back with the start of the second half after this timeout.
Big dreams begin here. This is a way of life that teaches self-confidence, pride in knowing we're feeding the world. Young men and women like Brent have big dreams for their future in agriculture. They know it isn't going to be easy to survive as a family farmer, but they've already decided that not only will they survive, they're going to win. The Nebraska Pork Producers Association salutes young farmers and all they stand for. We're behind you all the way to the top.
After seeing us through years of braces, doctor bills, and home improvements, First Tier is helping out again with a new type of loan. It's called Equity Line. It's a revolving line of credit that's always there when we need it, and it's as simple as writing a check. We used it to consolidate all our loans, and it's helped with our taxes. Thanks, First Tier, for being there when we need you.
Your First Tier team, here to serve you well.
This is a bold offer from Curtis Mathis. For the next few days, 99 cents will deliver and pay the first week's rent on a VCR, television, stereo, washer, dryer, even a microwave oven. There are no strings attached, no deposit, no credit required, and no long-term obligation. Call Curtis Mathis right now, and you'll get your choice for only 99 cents.
We're just about set to begin the third quarter of action in the Class C1 championship game. Gibbon leads Fremont Bergan 21-19 at the half. And Dick, one thing I think we want folks to realize maybe is just how good these two teams are. Some people are saying that they should be rated. In fact, in one poll, they are rated in the top 10 in the state. And some say they might be two of the best, if not the two best teams, regardless of class.
It was interesting to listen to Larry Bleach's comments there just at the end of the half when he talked about how Fremont Bergan is considered perhaps one of the best teams in the state. And you just can't sell that Gibbon team short, though, either. They are also undefeated, and, of course, they have the lead right now. And a big factor this second half will be the foul situation with Rump and Muller, the two standouts on the Bergan team. They both have 3 fouls. They will both start the second half as we're ready to go with the second half of play, and the two starting lineups are back into the game for the second half. Fremont Bergan with the basketball as the alternating possession arrow points towards them to start the second half. Sherry Rump and Cindy Shudak at the guards. As the rebound will be out of bounds off Bergan, it'll be Gibbon's ball. Kate Wewell and Barb Anderson, along with Sarah Muller, comprising the front line underneath for Fremont Bergan. For Gibbon, they're 5. Lori Olson and Don Rayburn out front with Darcy Juergens, Michelle Cush, and Ginger Keller, 3 6-footers underneath. 21-19, Gibbon leading by 2. 7:30 to go in the third quarter. We're just underway in the second half of the Class C1 state championship. Rayburn's shot, no good, and the rebound comes down to Kate Wewell. Trying to get it into Muller. Bergan maintains possession. Sherry Rump out front. She'll put it up. And in the fight for the rebound, it is put up and in by Barb Anderson. Her first 2 points of the game. 2 Gibbon gals right there with her. But Anderson wrenching it away and putting it up and in. Now the Lady Buffs. And Michelle Cush, the transfer from Grant, puts it up and in. She now has 6, and it's 23-21. The game has been tied 3 times, twice in the first half and then once just moments ago here in the second. A jump ball. Nice defensive work by Gibbon. Jump ball called. Gibbon jumped out to a 9-2 lead to start the ball game. Led 7-2 at the quarter, but Bergan caught up and has made it close the rest of the way. 23-21 now, Gibbon by 2. 6:35 to go in the third quarter. One of the assistant coaches for Gibbon, Carolyn Teal, of course, we remember her from the Clearwater teams of the past, and Darcy Juergens puts it in. She now has 8, and it's 25-21.
And Gibbon just going right at Muller inside.
Rebound pulled down, but a foul called against Bergan's Barb Anderson, I believe.
I'd like to see Bergan maybe be just a little more patient on offense, work the ball a few more times. That's one thing where Gibbon can really hurt you if they have so many girls who can put the ball in the hoop, that they work the ball around well and find the open person and then get the ball to them to get it in.
That last foul was not on Anderson. It was on Kate Wewell. Second personal on Wewell. First team foul of the second half. 25-21. Gibbon with the lead and the ball. Dawn Rayburn charging. Offensive foul. Offensive foul against Gibbon, and Bergan will get possession.
Just her second personal, though.
First team foul for Gibbon of the second half. Take another look. It's always tough to call those kinds of fouls, but the ruling was that the defensive player had position, and so the offensive player called for the foul. Amy Schmidt for Bergan. But Darcy Juergens comes away with the basketball, and Gibbon maintaining its 4-point lead. Juergens. Rebound to Muller. Here comes Wewell. Bergan down by 4. There's Sarah Muller.
Nice strong move. Didn't quite get the hoop, but she really went to the basket well that time.
Cush with the rebound, and here comes Gibbon. Darcy Juergens. .456 to go. Gibbon setting it up. Bergan with a tough zone defense. Juergens. Shot no good by Cush. Juergens with the foul. Gibbon fans wanted a foul. No whistle. And Fremont Bergan with the rebound. Here comes Sherry Rump. Rebound to Schmidt. And Schmidt puts it in for her first 2 points of the game. And it's 25-23. Gibbon by 2. Three-quarter court pressure by Bergan, and traveling is called. The press causes another Gibbon turnover.
Let's see if maybe
Bergan will have it.
Let's see if maybe Gibbon can get a couple breakaways. Fremont Bergan really extending its press defense, and the last time Gibbon had 2 girls open down the floor, so maybe next time they'll be able to find them down there for a breakaway layup.
Kim Moore into the ballgame for Bergan. Rump shot rebounded by Keller. 4 minutes to go now. 4 to go in the third quarter. Lori Olson. Darcy Juergens. Gibbon with the ball and the lead by 2, and Gibbon slowing it down.
Gibbon runs a nice high low post offense here. They like to get Juergens up top there.
Muller with the basketball. She pulls down that rebound, and now Bergan with a chance to tie it again. Traveling called on Cindy Shudak. There's timeout on the court. Timeout in the Class C1 Girls State Championship, and the score from the Bob Devaney Sports Center is Gibbon 25 and Fremont Bergan 23.
Selecting a corn hybrid is somewhat like buying a pickup. You look for a good buy for the money. A truck that's good looking, stands up under stress, and gives you good, dependable performance. NC Plus 4131 and 4505, like the pickup you select, are good choices for many of the same reasons. They're competitively priced, they're attractive plants that stand up well, show good tolerance to stress, and give you top, dependable performance. Reasons why NC Plus hybrids are among today's best buys.
In a survey of college presidents conducted by U.S. News and World Report, Doane College was recognized as one of the outstanding liberal arts colleges in the Midwest and West.
For more information, call 1-800-223-4614.
Here's another look at the last basket by Amy Schmidt, who had just come into the game for Fremont Bergan, a 5'7" junior. And that brought the Knights within 2 points. That's where it stands now. Gibbon 25, Bergan 23, 3:33 to go third quarter, and Gibbon will have the basketball. The Gibbon Lady Buffs and the Fremont Bergan Knights. Number 1, Bergan. Number 2, Gibbon. That's the way they've been in the C1 girls ratings all year long.
Watch Gibbon work this high-low post offense. They like to bring Juergens up on the high post, and then she looks for 2 cutters down below. See if they do it. Well, that works just as well.
Nice shot by Michelle Cush. She now has 8. And it's 26-20, make that 27-23. Gibbon by 4. Sherry Rump. Rump and Muller both playing with 3 fouls. And Rump puts it up and in. First 2 points of the second half for Sherry Rump. She now has 10, first gal in double figures in the game for either team. And Gibbon turns it over. Bergan's press causing the turnover, and so Bergan will have the ball, trailing by 2, a chance to tie it up again. As I have it, this game has been tied 3 times earlier.
Bergan has never led either.
Julie Schmidt in the game for Bergan now, the 5'3" junior. Anderson is out, and Moore back out of the game. Rump, nothing but net. 12 points for Rump, and it's tied again, 27-27. 2:17 to go here in period number 3.
There's that high-low post.
And it works for Michelle Cush. She now has double figures and 10 points, 29-27. Gibbon back up by 2 with 2 minutes.
Whenever
2
you
minutes
get
to go third quarter. It'll be out of bounds off Bergan, and Gibbon will get the ball.
Whenever you get the ball at the high post, you're supposed to look to the low post for cutters, because a lot of time that's open, and if they're not, then a lot of times you have a 12, 15-foot jump shot there. Good offense to run.
Gibbon breaks the press this time. 1:40 to go, third quarter. Gibbon with the ball in the lead by 2. Boy, this one has all the earmarks of one that's going to go down to the wire. And the basket will count for Michelle Cush. She was fouled. Michelle Cush now with 12 points, and she'll go to the line to try to complete the 3-point play. Basket is good. The foul called on Kate Wewell. That's her third. And Cush at the line. The transfer from Grant, as you see her putting it up and in. And she does likewise with the free throw. 13 points for Cush, and it's 32-27. Gibbon now by 5. Gibbon's biggest lead right at the start of the game was 7 points when they went up 9-2. 1:20 to go, third quarter. Amy Schmidt misses, and Ginger Keller gets the rebound. Schmidt almost stole it away. Now here comes Gibbon. Open is Cush. And the rebound to Muller.
Good defense by Sarah that time. She didn't get too aggressive. Got a hand in the face, and then good block out to get the board.
Sherry Rump. Follow shot is in.
That's just a good athlete right there.
Follows in her own shot. She now has 14, and it's 32-29. Gibbon by 3. There's Cush, blocked by Muller, but a foul on Muller, and that's her 4th foul. 4th foul on Sarah Muller. With 37 seconds to go in the third period, Coach Witkevich is going to keep Muller in the game, it looks like.
Well, watch it again. She just can't swat at the ball. That's what she did right there. If she would have just kept her arm up, she would have been fine and had good defensive position. But instead, she went for the block, and so many times when you do that, the officials will call it.
Cush at the line. She'll be getting 2 shots. .37 seconds to go in the third quarter. Sarah Muller stays in the game with 4 fouls. And remember, Sherry Rump also has 3, the other standout on the Bergan team. Cush missed them both. Muller with the rebound. And here comes Bergan. Down by 3 points. Wewell to Sherry Rump. Looking for Muller. Cross court it goes. Shudak back out front to Rump. They'll play for the last shot here, perhaps. 15 seconds. No, Rump will put it up and in. 32-31. 9 seconds to go, third quarter. Stolen away with 4 seconds. 3, 2. A foul is called at the buzzer. A foul called at the buzzer. And Cindy Shudak will go to the free throw line for 2 shots here and a chance to put Bergan in the lead for the first time in the game. Take another look at that one as it happened just before the buzzer went off, as she was trying to block her there, but called for the foul. And so with no time on the clock and nobody at the free throw lane, it will be Shudak at the line. It's tied, 32-32. First point of the second half for Shudak. That foul was called on Juergens, her 3rd personal. And Bergan has the lead. That's the end of the 3rd quarter in the Class C1 Girls State Championship. Your score from the Bob Devaney Sports Center, Fremont Bergan 33, Gibbon 32.
To learn about Southeast Community College, why not ask somebody who's been there?
The individual instruction is better than I had even hoped. The teachers are high-quality teachers.
If you get stuck somewhere, you can just walk in and say, well, I'm having a problem with this, and I need a little bit of help, and they'll just sit down and help you right then.
Southeast Community College, with campuses in Beatrice, Lincoln, and Milford. We're here to help you meet the challenge of the future.
You'll appreciate Shopko's no-hassle return policy if you ever change your mind about a purchase. No matter what the item is, and more importantly, no matter what the reason, it's always easy to take something back to Shopko. No questions asked. Shopko will exchange your purchase or give you a refund, because Shopko isn't satisfied until you are. That's one more service Shopko has for your family.
Say hello to a goodbye and Shopko.
A big play, right? Or rather, this is Sherry Rump. She really went to town in that 3rd quarter. Sherry now has 16 points in the game, 18 in the 3rd quarter. And Bergan with the basketball has a 1-point lead, 33-32.
Bergan will have the basketball also to start the 4th and final quarter. Rump passing off to Shudak. Follow try won't go, and the rebound comes to Gibbons' Lori Olson. Olson getting it across the timeline. We're into the 4th quarter. Bergan with the first lead of the game for the Knights, 33-32. Gibbon had led the entire way to those free throws at the end of quarter number 3. Keller with the follow shot. Keller has not scored since the first quarter. She had 4 points in the first period and has not scored since. Rump will miss, and the rebound comes down to Gibbon.
Bergan going without Sarah Muller the first couple minutes here of the 4th quarter, but now Sarah is set to check back in.
Muller playing with 4 fouls. Juergens. Keller with the follow.
Ginger Keller, only a sophomore. Good positioning that time inside. Good concentration to put it off the glass and get the hoop.
I just had mentioned how Keller hadn't scored since the first quarter. Now she has 6 points for the game. And Gibbons back up, 34-33. The lead seesaw. 6:42 to go in the contest. Wewell. Rebound to Gibbon and a foul on Wewell.
Still not in the bonus, though.
It'll be just a common foul, and Gibbon will maintain possession in backcourt, facing the Bergan 3/4 court pressure. Take another look at that last foul.
That's her 4th foul, too. So both Wewell and Muller in foul trouble for the Bergan Knights.
Gibbon across the timeline. Darcy Juergens. The team leads by 1 point, 34-33. We've not seen a single 3-point attempt in this game. With all this height, both teams trying to go inside as much as they can. Shot blocked away. Good block by Cindy Shudak, but Gibbon maintains possession. 6 minutes now to go in the game. And a foul is called. Foul away from the ball. Gibbon now in the bonus.
Second foul by 24,
Shudak called for the foul. Her second personal, and Ginger Keller will be at the free throw line.
Ginger 2 for 4 from the line so far today, but she missed 2 front end of the one-on-one. Not this time.
Seven points for Keller. Make it 8. And there's timeout on the court. Timeout with 5:59 to go in the game, and your score in the Class C1 State Girls Championship, Gibbon 36, Fremont Bergan 33.
Corn growers around here know Counter gives you more. More rootworm control, more root mass, more corn. And Counter in furrow gives you more protection where it's needed most. Counter consistently outperforms every other rootworm insecticide, and you can't afford a performance gap. So get more of what you use an insecticide for. Get Counter at your local AgriCenter dealer.
The State High School Basketball Tournament brings with it a rich tradition, teamwork, durability, and excellence. For years, the B.F. Goodrich team has proven their excellence with a complete line of B.F. Goodrich TA radials. The B.F. Goodrich lineup includes the stylish high-performance radial TA, the durable off-road all-terrain radial, and the tough, dependable all-season TA radials. These Nebraska B.F. Goodrich dealers salute the Nebraska high school student-athletes.
Beal Tire in Grand Island and Minden.
Daryl McMahon, Old Father's OK Tire, Beatrice.
Another look at Ginger Keller in action, number 50 in white for Gibbon. As she put that bucket in. And Gibbon with a three-point lead, 36-33. But Fremont Bergan has the basketball, 5:57 to go in the game. This one looking like it's going to go down to the wire. Been close all the way for the most part. Rump gets the roll.
Nice play. I'm sure that Coach Joe Witkevich designed that. They went backdoor to Sherry Rump, isolated her back there, and she got the easy hoop.
36-35, Gibbon by 1. And Gibbon with the basketball. Ginger Keller. Looking underneath, it's stolen away from Cush by Muller. Muller playing with those 4 personal fouls. 5:13 to go. Fremont Bergan trailing by 1. Rump, two-pointer, no good, and it'll be out of bounds. It'll be Gibbon's ball. Gibbon's ball. Amy Schmidt in for Bergan. The 5'7" junior, and Barb Anderson goes back out. And there's timeout on the court. Timeout on the court. .504 to go here in the fourth quarter. Timeout with 5:04 to go in the game, and your score is Gibbon 36, Fremont Bergan 35.
Come on into Coast to Coast.
Our customers find the knowledge of the people in our store to be just as valuable as the products.
Save during our total hardware sale on anti-rust enamel spray paint in a variety of colors and primers. For metal or wood, only $2.49. Clean up with a lightweight Regina electric broom. With 2-speed power and auto adjust nozzle, only $34.88 after mail-in rebate. At your local coast-to-coast hardware store.
Among hybrid seed producers, one brand stands out, NC Plus Hybrids. Farmers have grown accustomed to counting on NC Plus for strong-standing, high-yielding hybrids. With its extensive research program testing 3,000 to 4,000 new hybrids each year, NC Plus continues developing improved numbers, pushing aside yesterday's leading hybrids, with the bottom line being greater yield and better standability. That's why farmers who have planted NC Plus through the years agree that one brand stands out, NC Plus hybrids.
Here's that backdoor play. Sherry Rump, she has 18 points in the game, and Bergan trails Gibbon by just one, 36-35 with 5:04 left in this contest. It's everything we expected, Dick.
Boy, it is. It really is going to go right down to it at the end, I'll tell you. It couldn't be a more classic confrontation. 1 versus 2, both unbeaten, and just a point apart here with 4:50 to go in the game. Gibbon leading 36-35. Juergens, the rebound to Muller. And here comes Bergan again. Neither team just able to break away. You can just tell that this one is really going to go down to the nub.
Bergan has only led once in the game, and they don't get the lead back now. They got 2 free throws at the end of the third quarter to go up 33-32. The Lady Knights' only lead of the ball game.
Gibbon leading 36-35. Keller. But Sherry Rump commits her 4th personal foul. Sherry Rump called for the foul, and Gibbon will be at the free throw line.
Now for Bergan, Rump has 4, Kate Wewell has 4, and Sarah Muller has 4. And the Knights do not have a long bench, so... Oh, in fact, they just called it on Wewell. They didn't call it on Rump, and she fouls out.
So my mistake, that foul was called on Wewell, so Rump remains in the game with 3, and Wewell has fouled out. Now, that is also going to be a bit of a blow for Bergan. Wewell, one of the top scorers and playmakers for the Knight team. Although she only had 2 points in this game, she averaged 10.5 coming into the tournament. So Wewell fouls out with 4 minutes and 1 second to go in the game, having scored the 2 points all in the first half. And in for her is Julie Schmitz, the 5'3" junior. Dawn Rayburn will go to the line. Rayburn has not scored yet here in the second half. Rebound to Rump. Rump playing with 3 fouls, and Muller with 4. Here's Muller inside. Kind of forcing it up there. Gets her own rebound. And Sarah Muller has just scored her first 2 points of the second half. She was held scoreless the third quarter, and Bergan retakes the lead, 37-36, and Rump commits her 4th foul there. No doubt about that one, as she just could not stop her momentum. She didn't see the Gibbon player behind her. And Sherry Rump now has 4 fouls, and Fremont Bergan wants timeout. Fremont Bergan, timeout taken with 3:40 to go in the game. We'll keep it right here with Bergan leading by 1 point. And this one very tight, but now 2 of the key players in the game, 2 of the key players for Bergan, Muller and Rump, both with 4 fouls. We'll take another look at that last foul right here. And you can see Rump just didn't realize that she was going to come into contact there with Lori Olson.
Yeah, Sherry got the best of that one, but the worst of it on the end of the foul. She picks up her 4th. One thing to watch for, I think, on Fremont Bergan's end, Dick, is a lot of people out there might be wondering, why isn't Bergan getting the ball inside to Muller a little bit more? She is supposedly the premier big player in the state, a scholarship player to the University of Nebraska. But one thing that Sarah really needs to work on, she doesn't get her hands up. She keeps her hands down by her hips, even when she's on the offensive end cutting through the lane. She really has to get those hands up to try to give the girls a bigger target to throw to. And then the other thing is it helps you shooting because you've already got your hands up, and you can get the shot up without getting it blocked or have trouble with that so much easier.
Well, another factor, of course, you got to realize that Gibbon has 3 6-footers inside there, and Muller is 6 foot herself, so they're collapsing in around her underneath and making it tough to get the ball inside to Muller. Probably not been very many games when Sarah has faced 3 6-footers in the same game.
Right, and 3 good defensive players, too. Larry Bleach really has his team playing good defense. 5 points now for Lori Olson, her first point of the second half.
And it's tied again, 37-37. As I have it, that is the 5th tie of the game. And Gibbon retakes the lead.
You like to see that too. Lori is the only senior on the Gibbon team, and she's coming through in the clutch.
6 points for Lori Olson. Bergan with the ball. Trailing by 1. 3:30 to go in the game. Rump dishes. Inside now to Muller. Muller will take it. And she gets the roll. 10 points now for Muller, and it's 39-38. Bergan by 1. Darcy Juergens. Dawn Rayburn across the timeline. Just over 3 minutes to go in the game. Inside to Juergens. And Muller with the rebound. 39-38, Bergan by 1, and Bergan has the ball. Sherry Rump working on Lori Olson. To Muller. Schmidt. And the rebound to Michelle Cush.
Good position that time by Michelle.
Cush, the only Gibbon player in double figures. She has 13 points. For Bergan, both Sherry Rump with 18 and Muller with 10 in double figures. Juergens. 10 points now for Juergens, so she hits double figures, and it's 40-39. Gibbon by 1 with 2 minutes. 2 minutes to go in the game, and it's a one-pointer. Bergan, Gibbon 40, Bergan 39. Muller with the ball. Underneath, Sherry Rump. A foul. Foul called, and Rump will go to the line for 2. Clock stopped with 1:49 to go in the game. And Rump, one of the best shooters on the Bergan team, will be at the free throw line. Here's another look at her play inside there. It's a little bit too much contact. And it's tied again. 30, make it 40-40. $19 points for Sherry Rump. Make it 20. And give Bergan the lead, 41-40. Timeout is called. Timeout is called with 1:49. We'll keep it right here. That timeout called by Bergan. Each team with a couple of timeouts left here, so we'll probably see a few more timeouts before this one is over, as there's 1:49 to go, and it's just a point lead for Fremont Bergan, 41-40.
And it's been a classic fourth quarter, Dick. The lead has changed hands 6 times now in the fourth quarter. The last 5 times the teams have traded baskets to switch the lead back and forth, so neither team able to take control. Earlier today in the Class C2 state championship, Oxford defeated East Butler 53-45. Oxford completing an undefeated season, 22-0, handing East Butler its first loss. Oxford wins Class C2. Coming up following this game will be the Class D2 game between Bruning, 18-4, and Chambers, 21-3. And then tonight, 3 more games on tap. Class D1, Elgin, undefeated 19-0, and Wausau 24-1. The Class B final at 7 between Pius and Ord, both teams 22-2. And then the Class A championship scheduled to start at 9. Millard South 21-3 and Lincoln Southeast 18-3. Here we go. Gibbon with the ball. 1:49 to go in the game, and Gibbon trailing by a point. Bergan leading it 41-40. Here come the Lady Buffs. 10 seconds, they didn't make it. They did not make it across the timeline in the required 10 seconds, and Gibbon turns it over to Fremont Bergan. The Knights will have the ball with 1:39 to go. Rump with it, in no hurry. Let's see how much she milks the clock here. Now she'll go into the lane. Sherry Rump
Rebound to Schmidt. And it falls in there.
What a big basket by Julie Schmidt. She's the one who came off the bench to replace Kate Wewell, and that was probably the biggest basket of the game so far.
4 points for 5'7" junior Amy Schmidt. And Bergan leads it 43-40, a minute 20 to go. Gibbon breaks the press this time. Gibbon down by 3, a minute 10. Juergens. Rayburn. Keller. Keller up and in.
Ginger Keller went inside, got the position when she knew the shot was coming up. An excellent play by the 6-foot sophomore.
But Bergan still leads it by 1. 43-42. Bergan by a point with the ball. Rump. Shudak. Bergan in no hurry. Bergan has the lead by 1. Bergan with 2 timeouts left. Gibbon with 3 timeouts left. 33 seconds.
They'll keep running that offense. Let Rump just continually drive in. Now watch her pull it back out. Offense.
No, they called it on Juergens. The foul on Darcy Juergens of Gibbon. And Rump will go to the free throw line with 26 seconds for 1-1.
We'll have to take another look at that one.
Well, that's the toughest call in basketball.
It really is.
Whether it's on the offense or defensive player, and here you see it. Sherry Rump driving in.
Good call.
It was a good call. Juergens was definitely in motion. She's got to be stationary, holding her position in order for the charge to be called.
Amazing thing, Bergan's still not in the bonus situation.
Oh, sorry about that. It's not the bonus yet, so it's just a common foul. Bergan maintains possession. 25 seconds to go, and now a quick foul. Quick foul on Lori Olson, and so now it'll be Julie Schmitz at the line for 1-1.
And a very smart foul. There's the girl that has been sitting on the bench most of the game. Probably more pressure on her than anyone else. So you send her to the free throw line. Good foul, I like it.
And Larry Bleach is signaling his players, if she makes this free throw, call timeout. No, they're going to call the timeout now. They're going to call the timeout now and make her think about it. So there's timeout with 24 seconds to go in the game. We'll keep it right here. And Gibbon still has 2 more timeouts left, each team with 2 timeouts left here. And when we return, or when we resume play, I should say, it'll be Bergan at the line. Leading by 1 point. It's 43-42 right here, and Julie Schmitz, 5'3" junior, will be at the free throw line for 1-1. Boy, what big free throws those will be. And really, this 24 seconds is going to be an eternity. It doesn't sound like much, but it's going to take a while to play these last 24, I think.
Yeah, they will. And Dick, we've had a number of overtime games so far at the Sports Center. It was triple overtime when Lincoln East beat Kearney at the Sports Center on Thursday in Class A. Then it took double overtime yesterday for Pius to beat Lexington in Class B. I wouldn't be too surprised if these 2 teams might go to overtime. It would really be a fitting conclusion for it.
Boy, it really would. It just wouldn't have been right if these 2 teams didn't meet for the state championship. The way the season went, with them both being undefeated and number 1 and number 2 in the Class C1 ratings all year long, or virtually all year long. And here we go. It'll be Julie Schmitz at the free throw line for 1-1 with 24 seconds to go. And Fremont Bergan leading by a point. The first point of the game for Julie Schmitz. Her first point, and Bergan takes a 44-42 lead. The all-important second one coming now. The rebound to Muller, and Muller follows it in. Bergan 46, Gibbon 42. The Lady Buffs with just 15 seconds to go, down by 4. Larry Bleach wants timeout. And timeout now called with 9 seconds. Timeout called by Gibbon with 9 seconds to go, but Gibbon is down by 4 points. So they are going to have to score, and score in a hurry. What a big play, a clutch play by Sarah Muller. She took the game into her own hands right there.
Well, she has, I would like to see her rebounding statistics in this game. She's had a ton of them. And Sarah has been kind of quiet offensively in this game, but she sure ignited them in this fourth quarter with 6 points for 12 in the game. And those were the biggest two right there. And that's just a smart heads-up play. It'd be the type of situation where maybe she could have got that inside positioning earlier in the game. She might have a special move that she could use to get the inside position, but it's smart to wait maybe until close when you really need it at the end of the game. Use that little special move, you get the bounce, and you get an easy two, and that's what happened to Sarah on that one. And now Gibbon is in trouble, trailing by 4. One thing I really like to see, though, Larry Bleach, when he took that timeout, sometimes you'll see coaches in a frenzy, and their team will get in a frenzy. He was very calm, very relaxed. He wanted to get that timeout, and he was yelling at him to get it. But then he brought his team over, a lot of composure, and I'm sure he's got a play down now where they're going to get a shot off in maybe 3 or 4 seconds, call another timeout, and then hopefully foul or steal the ball then.
Gibbon has 1 timeout left, 9 seconds to go in the game. Inbounds it comes to Lori Olson. Juergens, now 6 seconds. A 3-point try, it's good by Lori Olson, and Gibbon calls timeout with 3 seconds. Timeout called with 3 seconds. The first 3-point shot that was even attempted in the game. And Lori Olson, the only senior on the Gibbon team, boy, she made that one go through perfectly from way out top, and she now has 9 points in the game, and it is 46-45, a 1-point game with 3 seconds to go. Now, what are they talking about in those huddles over there? Larry Bleach with his Gibbon Lady Buffs and Joe Witkevich with his Fremont Bergan Knights. Only 3 seconds left. What a clutch 3-pointer by Olson, and that's what we're talking about. That 3-pointer, it can just make such a difference at the end of games.
Oh, and how big were Julie Schmitz's free throws now in relation to that? I think what I would do, depending on who will inbound the ball, but I think what Fremont Bergan wants to do is get the ball into the hands of Sherry Rump. I would double team Sherry Rump, not cover the ball. Double team Sherry Rump, say don't let her get the ball. Whoever else gets the ball, foul them right away. And in fact, it wouldn't be bad for Gibbon maybe if Sarah Muller got it. She's 0 for 2 from the free throw line today. So looks like Muller will take it out of bounds. Nope, they're going to have Cindy Shudak take it out of bounds, and I'm sure they'll try to set a pick and get Rump open. They would like to have her get the ball. That's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to double team Rump.
3 seconds to go. Bergan by 1 point. With
Sherry
the basketball stolen away. It's stolen away, and a foul is called. A foul on Rump with 1 second. A foul on Sherry Rump with 1 second to go, and Gibbon will be at the free throw line with a chance to tie or go ahead. It'll be 1-1.
And that was the senior, Lori Olson, who got that steal. Lori Olson only averaging 4 points a game, and she's had 9 in this game already, and now gets the steal and is fouled, and Rump has fouled out. And I'll tell you one thing, Lori Olson is 4 for 4 from the free throw line in this game. She has been perfect and has a very good shooting style as well on it.
What a situation for Lori Olson. She makes the 3-pointer to bring her team within 2. Then is the one with the steal right there, number 22, and she'll go to the free throw line for the all-important 1-and-1 free throws. Oh, man, this is something.
Well, I tell you what that is that was nerve. Cindy Shudak inbounding the ball. She threw the ball too hard. Sherry was running towards Cindy, and Cindy threw the ball too hard, and it really just got away from Sherry. Maybe a lapse in concentration, whatever, but boy, it couldn't have been a worse turn of events for Coach Joe Witkevich and his Fremont Bergan Knights.
Boy, what a classic situation for Lori Olson. She made the 3-pointer to bring her team within 1. Now she's at the free throw line for the chance to tie it and earn the bonus.
This is pressure.
1 second to go. It's tied. 46-46. 1 second to go, and Olson with the chance to win the game for her team probably. And now the last timeout called by Fremont Bergan. They'll try to give her a little more time to think about it. Well, I'll tell you, Joe Wickiewicz just had the scare of his life. He called timeout to his girls. His girls called it, and then all of a sudden he said no, and he looked at his scorebook and he said, do I have any timeouts left? And she said, yes, one. And then he breathed a heavy sigh of relief. Well, that's what you call the ultimate icing, sending Lori back to the bench again. But I'll tell you, if they go to overtime, the advantage is really in the favor of Gibbon. Not only has Gibbon gotten a big lift here, but Fremont Bergan has two key players who have fouled out. Their two guards, Sherry Rump and Kate Wewell. So Gibbon really in control of its own destiny right now with the free throw. But even if it does go to overtime, you've got to feel like the Knights are at a bit of a disadvantage with two of their key players already fouled out.
Well, this game has been tied 7 times, as I have it unofficially. And Olson at the line with the chance to probably win it here for Gibbon.
Good move by Larry Bleach not to even have his girls there. He doesn't want a foolish foul on the rebound if she does miss.
Bleach is making the sign of the cross on the bench. Gibbon takes the lead back. 1 second to go. There's the buzzer, and that's the game. Gibbon has won the Class C1 state championship 47-46. Gibbon wins the title.
I tell you, Dick, this game will go down as one of the best finishes in the history of the girls' state tournament. There have been very few finer than this. And Gibbon wins it 47-46. A heartbreaking loss for Fremont Bergan. But boy, did Gibbon ever do it when they need it. What were they down? We talked about the three-point shot. What a change it has made. And it sure did in this game.
And they were down by 4 with 9 seconds to go. 9 seconds to go. Gibbon was down by 4 points. And Olson made that three-pointer to bring them within 1. Then Olson fouled under the basket with 1 second to go, and she makes 2 free throws to win it for Gibbon. Lori Olson, the only senior on the team. She had 11 points in the game, and Gibbon wins the C1 state championship over Fremont Bergan 47-46. We'll be back to talk more about this game right after this timeout.
After seeing us through years of braces, doctor bills, and home improvements, First Tier is helping out again with a new type of loan. It's called Equity Line. It's a revolving line of credit that's always there when we need it, and it's as simple as writing a check. We used it to consolidate all our loans, and it's helped with our taxes. Thanks, First Tier, for being there when we need you.
Your First Tier team, here to serve you well.
Introducing a high-performance machine for your office. Canon's NP7550 copying system. 0 to 50 in 60 seconds flat. Automatically shifts to the right paper size. Zooms up and down. Does two-sided copying. From two-sided originals and sorting, all automatically. That's why Canon's NP7550 is the automatic choice. So step on it. You've got deadlines to meet.
See modern methods of Hastings, Grand Island, Kearney, and North Platte, or call toll-free.
America has plenty of rear-engine riding mowers, yet one is America's #1 choice, Snapper. #1 because of superior performance. #1 because of low maintenance. #1 because more Americans buy Snapper than any other brand of rear-engine rider. Join the millions of satisfied users who have made Snapper America's #1 choice.
Nebraska Equipment Seward, Beller and Back as Humphrey, and Nick's Farm Store, Geneva.
Well, what a game, what a finish to the Class C1 State Girls Championship. Gibbon beating Fremont Bergan 47-46. Gibbon led 21-19 at the half. Bergan led by 1 at the third quarter break, 33-32. And the final is Gibbon 47, Fremont Bergan 46. For the Knights, Sherry Rump with 20 points, Sarah Muller with 12, Cindy Shudak with 5, Kate Wewell with 2, Barb Anderson with 2, Amy Schmidt with 4, and Julie Schmitz with 1. While for Gibbon, 4 gals in double figures, Michelle Cush with 13, Darcy Juergens and Ginger Keller with 10 each. Lori Olson with 11, the big 5 points at the end of the game to give her team the victory. 3 for Dawn Rayburn, and that concludes the Gibbon scoring and accounts for their 47 points. Gibbon has won the C1 State Championship. The runner-up medals being presented out on the court, and we'll be back with more after this timeout.
The road to victory is paved with pride, hard work, and dedication. For years, B.F. Goodrich has dedicated itself to creating the very best winning performance tires, the B.F. Goodrich TA radials. B.F. Goodrich has a TA radial that will match your need, whether it be off-road, street performance, or all season. See your B.F. Goodrich team, featuring a complete line of B.F. Goodrich TA radials. These B.F. Goodrich dealers salute the Nebraska high school student athletes.
I'm Larry Bull from OK Tire Stores, Central City.
Hi, I'm Les Rookstechel, Tire Mart, Seward.
Do you know about Shopko's low prices?
Know them? I depend on them.
Great sale prices every week.
Don't you love their low price guarantee?
You know, if you ever see anything advertised for less someplace else,
just bring the ad to Shopko.
And they'll meet that price.
Guaranteed. So you don't have to drive all over town. Because nobody undersells Shopko.
For guaranteed low prices, come to Shopko, because Shopko won't be undersold.
Rootworms are the biggest threat to your corn crop each year, and you need the consistent performance of Counter. Last year, tests by universities in the Corn Belt proved that Counter works best. It prevented economic loss to rootworms in 95% of all tests. The next insecticide prevented economic loss in only 73% of the tests. That's a serious performance gap, and you can't afford a rootworm performance gap. Get Counter at your local AgriCenter dealer.
This has been live coverage of the state high school basketball tournaments from the Bob Devaney Sports Center in Lincoln. Brought to you in part by your Nebraska B.F. Goodrich dealers for all your tire and service needs. NC Plus Hybrids and your local NC Plus sales agents. Shopko, say hello to a goodbye at Shopko. And Counter, your American Cyanamid Agri-Center.
And now let's pick up the championship and medal presentations to the Class C1 champion, Gibbon Lady Bucks.
12, Amy Bleach.
You gonna get pronounced?
20, Chris Richardson. 24, Jane Beeson. 34, Christy Sell. 'Athena Sykes. 'Stephanie Hodge. 'Amy Reed. 11 points this afternoon, number 22, Lori Olson. With 10 points in the winning cause, number 30, Darcy Juergens. 32, Dawn Rayburn. 'Top scorer for Gibbon with 13, number 42, Michelle Cush. And with 10 points, number 50, Ginger Keller. Now there's one piece of hardware left, the 1988 Class C1 High School Basketball Trophy. Come and get it, champs. Congratulations, Gibbon. 25-0 for the season and state champions.
So Gibbon wins the Class C1 state championship. So Gibbon wins the Class C1 state championship with a thrilling 47-46 win over Fremont Bergan. We'll be back to talk with the winning players and their head coach right after this.
There is a great future in agriculture, and we at Hogemeyer Hybrids intend to be part of it. We are structuring ourselves to take advantage of the rebound that is coming, and we are making progress on many fronts, including management, research, production, and sales. We invite you to farm with us, moving toward the future. Leave behind the impersonal world of big companies and become part of a family-owned company with top-of-the-line products at a price that you can afford. See for yourself why our farmer friends are loyal to Hogemeyer Hybrids.
Three's Company, weeknights at 11 on 1011.
Coach, please report to the TV table.
We're back at the Bob Devaney Sports Center, where Gibbon has beat Fremont Bergan in a thriller 47-46. Lori Olson, the hero, as Gibbon trailed by 4 points with just 9 seconds to go, but that's when Lori Olson hit a 3-point shot. And then after Olson made the steal and was fouled with 1 second left, Lori made both the front end and the back end of a 1-and-1 to give Gibbon a thrilling 47-46 win over Fremont Bergan. Bergan had been number 1 in the state all season long, undefeated. Gibbon number 2 undefeated, so Gibbon ends its season with a 25-0 record. Well, Bergan falls to 25-1. What a thrilling game. And we're still not done. That is only the second of 6 ball games that we will be bringing you today from the Girls State Championship Basketball Tournament. Coming up in about a half an hour, we will have the Bruning and Chambers Class D2 Championship game. So that one should be a good one as well. Both teams look to be very evenly matched in that one. And now standing by courtside with the winning head coach of the Gibbon team is Dick Janda. Dick, let's go over to you and Larry Bleach.
Okay, thanks, Jeff. Winning Gibbon coach Larry Bleach. Coach, congratulations. What a finish in this game.
Boy, it's a lot easier to referee. We had so much strategy that last 4 or 5 minutes. Joe would get a timeout. We took 3 timeouts, and we decided to go for the three-pointer and foul right away, and then we got fouled, and our senior, Lori Olson, came back and hit that first shot, and he called timeout, and I said, Lori, this is just like Hoosiers. Knock this thing down, and we're the champions. And it was just, I can't express how I feel.
Boy, it was a classic finish. What was the discussion with 9 seconds to go when you were down by 4 and you played for that three-pointer?
We decided we have one play we run all year called a triangle and 3. We've only shot 7 three-point shots all year because I don't believe in the three-point shot. And I'll be darned if the three-point shot didn't win us a state championship. So I still don't believe in it, but I'm sure happy she hit that. And I'll tell you, Lori Olson, we have 4 great players, and Lori Olson's a great player also. And a lot of people don't give her a lot of credit since she's our only senior, and she isn't as flashy and she isn't 6 foot tall, but she came through today, and it was a total team effort.
Let's bring it back then to the situation with 3 seconds to go when Bergan was bringing the ball inbounds. The strategy there as you inbounded and eventually did get a foul there.
Oh, we was definitely double teaming Sherry Rump. You know, that would be the smart thing to do. We had Michelle Cush, who's our fastest girl, on Mueller, and anybody else that touched the ball, we were going to foul right away. I'm a Methodist, but boy, does it feel good.
And then Lori Olson at the free throw line. You've said it, but what a clutch effort.
the only senior on your team to knock down those 2 free throws.
She hit the first one, nothing but net, and I told him no matter what happens on the second one, we're not fouling. We'll take him to overtime. But I said, you're not Ollie, Lori, and you go knock that down and let's win a state championship. And nobody gave us any chance to win. And they said Fremont Bergan was the best team they've ever seen, and our girls just took that to heart. And I'll tell you what, it was a great, great effort.
One thing, you've got a lot of these gals back. All of your 6-footers are underclassmen. Olson, your only senior.
They're all great players, and they work hard, and we've got a great girls basketball program at Gibbon now, and I'm real happy with it, and I don't think I'll quit just to referee, so I'm going to stay with it for a while.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you a lot, Dick.
Okay, and we'll be back to talk with some of the Gibbon winning Lady Buffs after this timeout.
Dateline, Finland, March 1980. The most important breakthrough in weight control history has been made. Scientists testing a naturally occurring compound's ability to lower cholesterol found an unexpected benefit. Every person who consumed this formula experienced a significant weight loss. Further research revealed this compound actually combines with food and suppresses absorption of fats and carbohydrates. Now, this formula is available without prescription in the United States. Calban 3000, a revolutionary new weight loss enhancer that lets you eat anything you want and still lose weight.
I tried everything, but Calban's the only thing that worked for me. I lost 50 pounds.
I've tried 20 years to break 300 pounds. Now I've lost 78 pounds and 12 inches from my waist.
Calban 3000 bonds with food, preventing absorption of much of your caloric intake. Your body burns excess fat and cellulite for energy. You lose pounds and inches.
Losing weight's not easy. If you've tried dieting and found yourself regaining what you've lost plus some, then you know what I mean. But now there's a way to break the diet gain cycle. Calban 3000 allows you to get rid of excess weight without exercising and without reducing your food intake.
Calban 3000 has no dangerous stimulants or chemicals, no harmful side effects, and it's absolutely guaranteed to work or your money back.
I thought I'd never be slim again, but I lost 85 pounds and regained my youthful figure.
I lost 62 pounds in 3 months. With Calban, I feel and look like a new man.
If after 3 weeks you don't see a significant weight loss with no loss of energy, simply return the empty container for a full refund. With Calban 3000, you can melt off those pounds and inches. Why wait one more day? You have nothing to lose but ugly fat, flab, and cellulite. Here's how to order.
Call 1-800-638-2800. 3-week supply, just $19.95, plus $2 postage and handling, or order a 6-week supply for only $38.95. Call now, 1-800-638-2800. Say COD fees and use your American Express, Visa, or MasterCard.
Back at the Bob Devaney Sports Center, where Gibbon has won the Class C1 state championship with a 47-46 win over Fremont Bergan. And the hero of the game, Lori Olson, the only senior on the Gibbon team. Lori with a three-pointer to bring her team within 1 point at the end with just 3 seconds to go, and then a foul and 2 free throws to win the game. What a clutch situation there at the end. You must be excited to no end.
Yes, I am. I knew we had to do it, and we pulled through.
Tell me what the situation was when you went for the three-point shot, first of all. There was 9 seconds to go. After the timeout, you came out and tried that three-pointer. Have you made very many this year?
Yes, we worked on it every game. We try to get it in there. And I've been shooting great the last 4 or 5 games.
You have made very many this season, though. Have you shot many in the games? Your coach says he doesn't believe in the three-pointer.
We shoot about 1, maybe 2 in a game, and that's about it. So
let's see if we can take a look at that three-point shot. We might have some tape of that. Here it is right here. Look at the screen there, Lori, and you can see yourself taking it.
Oh, when I saw it go, I knew it was in. Then it was great.
A remarkable finish. 9 seconds to go. Gibbon down by 4, and then 3 seconds to go. Bergan with the ball to bring it inbounds. What was the situation as far as you were concerned, as far as trying to steal that ball?
We had to have a steal or a foul. Right. Steal was better, and they fouled us, which was even great.
Okay, maybe we can take a look at that too, and you can tell us and describe what happened on that foul at the end there.
They were throwing it in, and she went through her hands. I grabbed it and protected it, and she got me. It was so great when I found that. It was great.
Now, tell me what you were thinking about as you stood at the free throw line. It was a long time to shoot those. There's the foul situation there, and you can see Lori being fouled just before the free throws. What went through your mind as you went to the line for the free throws? First one, then a timeout. Took a long time to shoot those two.
I had to get myself relaxed and concentrate on my shot. It was perfect. Swishes. They were great.
Lori, this must be some way to end your high school basketball career, the only senior on the Gibbon team.
Next year we're going to be strong, but this year we're going to live it up. This is great. This is great.
Is there going to be any celebration in Gibbon, you think, tonight?
Yes, there will be. Yes.
All right. Congratulations to you, Lori, and to all the team. Congratulations very much. Let's talk next to Michelle Cush. Michelle, the leading scorer for Gibbon with 13 points today. Michelle, you transferred over from Grant, I see. Tell me a little bit about that situation and coming over here to Gibbon.
It was an easy move. Coach Bleach helped me out a lot, and it was fun to play with them. It was an easy adjustment.
Now let's talk a little bit about this game. It was an inside game, you'd have to say, all the way with you and your tall Gibbon teammates working against Muller.
Yeah, we crashed the boards well. Ginger did a great job for us, and we just got inside position. It was fun.
Now, what were you guys thinking with 9 seconds to go when you were down by 4? It looked like an almost impossible situation.
We knew Lori could make the 3, and we went to her. It was, I mean, she's been our three-point shooter since the beginning of the season, and she came through.
Now, you hadn't shot very many three-point shots this year, I guess. Coach Bleach says he doesn't believe in them.
No, it's just he calls them out from the bench, and when he wants us to take them, he'll tell us.
All right, well, congratulations to you. Congratulations to your whole team.
Thanks.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's bring in Darcy Juergens. Darcy had 10 points in the game. Your reaction to winning the state championship?
It's great. I've never had a feeling like this before in my life. We just stuck together as a team. That's what really counted.
What was the feeling like at the end there when it did look pretty desperate when you were down by 4?
We knew that we could do it if we just stayed under control and did what we have to do. We knew what we could do.
You sure you could do it with just 9 seconds left?
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about working with Coach Bleach. I've been associated with him as an official, a referee for a long time, and now he's obviously quite successful as a coach also.
Yeah. He works with us a lot. I mean, he takes us to camps and everything. He treats us as individuals. I mean, he helps each person, not like the top 5 or just, he helps every single person. That's what's so great about him and the rest of the coaching staff.
You're one of the many underclassmen on the Gibbon team. I know that you guys are probably pretty anxious about the future coming up.
Yeah. We have we have a shot at winning state next year, too, if we just work at it.
Look at the monitor there. There you are shooting one of the shots that you made today for 2 of your 10 points. Quite a game for Gibbon.
Yeah, it was great.
Okay, congratulations to you very much.
Thank you.
And let's bring in Dawn Rayburn. Dawn, another one of the 6-footers on the Gibbon team. Tell me your reaction to winning it all.
It's the best feeling I've ever had. I mean, especially when we make a great comeback like this. It's super.
Now, your season, an undefeated season, what a way to end it with such an exciting finish.
It is. I can't believe it. I'm in awe. It's great.
Now, you girls seem to try to work that high-low post offense throughout the game. Tell me a little bit about how you were trying to work inside with your offense.
Well, if they're there, we look for them, and if they're there, we pass them to them. Otherwise, we take our outside shot.
All right, well, congratulations. Going to do a little celebrating tonight in Gibbon?
You bet.
All right, thanks very much. Ginger Keller, the Gibbon center with 10 points today. Ginger, you had 4 in the first quarter, then you didn't have any again until the fourth quarter, I believe it was. You had kind of a drought in there, but you kind of came through at the end.
Yeah, I wasn't shooting very well today, and I was hoping that other people could come along when somebody else isn't hot.
Now, tell me what, from your perspective, you were thinking about at the end there, especially when you were down by 4 with just 9 seconds to go.
Well, I think everybody stuck together and knew that we could win it if we stuck together, and we did.
This must be quite a thing for not only the Gibbon team, but the community of Gibbon to win a state championship.
Yeah, it's great. I hope everybody's helped us a lot.
And you're another one of the underclassmen. You might have something going here for the future.
I hope so.
Okay, Ginger, thank you very much. Congratulations to you. Okay, I think we've talked to just about everybody that played in the game. Congratulations to the Gibbon team. Thanks again to all of them very much. Again, the final score, Gibbon 47, Fremont Bergan 46. Gibbon wins the Class C1 state championship with a last-second finish. Jeff, back to you.
Okay, Dick, we're getting all set for the Class D2 ball game. We're still about 15 minutes away from that one, so let's go ahead and take a break, and we'll come back to talk Nebraska women's swimming right after this.